Game 2 of our semifinal here for the BattleDex Team Liquid StarCraft 2 Open. We've got AhhBoxxah, the Terran, taking on MasterAsia, the Zerg. And here is our countdown to get Game 2 officially underway. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And we have got Mihai, a.k.a. AhhBoxxah, from 6 Jacks in the 2 o'clock position, the northeast position, playing as the Terran, and down below as the blue Zerg, MasterAsia, in the 7 o'clock position, playing as the Zerg.
And the first thing I noticed is AhhBoxxah. I don't know if it was intentional or not. He's got all his 6 SCVs on the 6 fastest mining patches. So really, really nice play there, and that's something I really want to see players focus on in the early game. You've got nothing else going on. You might as well deal with that. For all the people on the stream, I realized we were out of sync last game. You don't need to really harp on the fact. If we get out of sync, post a comment, and I'll deal with that on the fly with my sick Ehan timing.
Awesome. I like how you just sort of put the smackdown on that one. So Overlord going out, and second Overlord now following right behind it. And I'm looking forward to your sick Ehan timing, I have to say. So we got the supply depot going down as well. A lot of things that I really like about this map for Zerg. Of course, you've got one of my favorite places in all of StarCraft 2. It is the back door, and any Zerg player will tell you that this can be incredibly beneficial to you. It's amazing how many times you can just sneak in Banelings or Zerglings and do a ton of damage. If they send out all their army to try to take it on, you can run into their base from that point, because there is a lot of room to cover here in the front of this natural. It is one of the complaints that some people do have about this map, but I also think that's one of the great things that makes it so unique. We do have MasterAsia putting down his hatchery at 15. No pool yet. There it gets dropped down at 14, so a pretty standard safe, unsafe, tomato type build. Depends on who you ask.
I'm really surprised, actually, that MasterAsia chose this map, given it's one-on-one, and above and beyond that, I'm really surprised AhhBoxxah let him just put the hatch down. His SCV came far after the 15 hatch went down, so really surprising on a 1-versus-1 map that you would just let your opponent put down his expansion uncontested. Might as well get an SCV out there to really just bother the Zerg player and make that drone work for it.
Yeah, and of course we also see very popular on this map is to drop engineering bay right down there and just make it so it forces the Zerg player to make Zerglings, because if you take too many drones off, of course affects your economy, and if you only do it with one, it'll take forever. So we do have SCV and I believe Marine making his way down. Now, if you remember in the last game, it didn't work, but there was some very, very intense aggression coming out by our Terran player, AhhBoxxah. He did have a barracks built, and there he's going to put it down once again. So smartly, the drone's going to go after the SCV building it, but here comes that Marine to help the support, and that was the problem that he had in the last game. Here come 4 Zerglings, and this bunker is not going to get done in time. SCV goes down, and that Marine will have to hightail it out of there. So a great response there by MasterAsia as he will stop this bunker from going up. He'll take it out, and he'll even chase that Marine all the way home, taking him out on the way. He's going to then take his Zerglings and send them up near the front. He's not going to have any sort of way to get in here, and there will be more Marines coming out, but he will be able to at least see what's going on in the base. Is he going to actually go that far? Doesn't look like it. Grabs his Elnaga, and then will decide to just hold the middle.
Yeah, it looks like a complete repeat of Game 1. We have the Roach Warren going up for MasterAsia after he's dealt with the kind of quote-unquote fake bunker rush. Hellion coming out. He's just going to use that to clean up Zerglings. Now he knows it's safe. He's going to swap the reactor onto the factory, make a few more Hellions. He's got the command center coming. Really, really identical. Let's see if MasterAsia this game has any sort of response for the really, really, really nice Marine micro and macro. I saw a lot of comments on the stream talking about the micro of AhhBoxxah, but don't forget about the macro. He was churning out those Marines really sickly, dropping mules well-timed in Game 1, and that's what lets you keep that production ahead. I think he had like 5 reactors on barracks or more, and a few without reactors, so just a sick amount of Marines were coming out of there. Yes, he was controlling them well, but he was also just churning them out there quickly to make that strategy effective.
Zerg player right now gets the roaches out just in time for that Hellion to hit the base. We've got 3 Hellions, though, making their way through the back, and this is why that route can be incredibly effective. You can see here that MasterAsia is somewhat prepared for this. He does have an Overlord spotting right here, and that is great because you can't see past that tall grass unless you have something there. He's going to spot. The Overlord's coming in, and he will instantly, great reaction, move those drones out of the way. There will be some hits coming out by the roaches. The drones are going to get in on the action. We will see a few roasted up there, and he could get a few more here. Those are, oh my God! Oh. Huge Hellion roast going on right there, and he still even manages to walk away with one. He did have the right amount of roaches out, but they weren't really in the greatest of positions. And you look at this, it looks like MasterAsia might respond by sending a little force of roaches forward, and with the new range on these roaches, as the last patch, this is actually very viable, especially considering what he might have here at the choke. But he's got quite a few Marines here. So this will be interesting how they've got it going together.
Yeah, it looks like there's only 5 roaches out, and with the bunker up and the repair potential, he's going to be able to harass here, but this is not going to really do too much damage, especially the tank should be able to clean it up. MasterAsia just needs to focus on getting those drones back up that got roasted by that Hellion. That's why people always say to defend a Hellion harassment, you actually don't grab your drones and attack with them because they clump up. You only grab a few and attack with a few and leave the rest to mine up. As the Hellion splash damage is really thin, it can't roast him like we saw there. But I guess MasterAsia missed that lecture. He was absent that day. He's got his layer up, and no real production here, putting down double evolution chambers. I'm not sure he's got the time for that, actually. He's got to really re-drone up, and you know, putting down double evolution chambers says to me I want to take it to a long game, but getting that many drones roasted in the early game, I would probably want to do something that has, you know, high risk, high reward, like some sort of Baneling sneak or Mutalisk micro and something like that. I'm not sure if getting this double evolution chamber is the best transition out of this.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. Especially you've got the spire down. It's nearing completion. You're making roaches. It looks like he's going for armor and melee +1, so maybe he just wants to cut roaches completely. He's got to be careful, though. There is a nice sizable force moving down right here, and one roach being chased away by a siege tank. Do we have sieges being upgraded? It is nearing completion, and there is just not enough units here for MasterAsia to be able to hold off what is could be coming down. It looks like, lucky for him, AhhBoxxah will be moving back to his base and just returning home. If he would have pushed at that exact moment with that 3rd tank, especially, and those 5 other Marines that were there, I think that would have inevitably been the end. There were some more Zerglings coming out, a lot more Zerglings coming out. So actually, I do like this. Now that he has bought himself a little bit of time, this double Evo with the armor and the melee upgraded at the same time, this large number of Zerglings will actually be really good.
Yeah, I don't really mind AhhBoxxah just kind of taking the time. He's putting up turrets. He's got 2 more reactors going on to his barracks, now completing. So he's up at 4 barracks with reactors. Pushing forward now with a lot of Marines. No tank support, though. I don't like this at all. The Zerglings could easily flank around in a stim without a medevac. Wow, big problems for AhhBoxxah. You really didn't want to get baited into stim. He's going to have the medevacs out, but they're a ways away. And this means that MasterAsia, with Baneling speed completing, should be able to comfortably take his gold. And I'm interested to see how he transitions out of that. He's got a 3rd hatchery going down at his natural. No infestation pit going down quite yet. So it's really going to come down to micro. Can he micro those Banelings and Zerglings to get a flank and a sandwich on the Marines of AhhBoxxah? That's really what it's going to come down to in the mid game of this match.
We've also got MasterAsia putting down a hatch at the gold. Looks like we might have another attempt at a move out here by the Marines. They could just be moving forward to check things out. This time they do have some medevacs here, and this is a much better army composition than what he had before, especially if these tanks do not catch up. And oh my gosh, I think he might go ahead and choose to fight without the tanks. Going to take all these units off of the creep right here. And you can see the Banelings moving in. Very nice split going off there. He has to choose to go with one army. He's going to split those Marines again, but completely devastated. A misclick there as the Zerglings take it down the wrong gold rocks. And that is a great little push by MasterAsia. He actually decides not to move forward, and that's unfortunate because there were no siege tanks up here in siege mode, and he probably could have broken that almost instantly, but he's going to be rather be safe than sorry. Bust out some more banelings, and meanwhile, he has been putting together this little force of mutalisks as well, and I'm not really sure where they are hiding or if he has begun any sort of harassment. Here they go, moving in again.
Looks like he's going to scan, take out some creep tumors, but going to get surrounded by the Zerglings. He should be loading into that medevac, but he's not. Banelings coming around. Now he's loading in. Banelings taking out a few Marines one by one. No big deal on the few losses there. The Mutalisk taking out the medevac, but he loads on the high ground. Unloads, excuse me, on the high ground. 2 Marines. The gold base is up for MasterAsia, but he's not mining from it. He's got to resist the urge of going all in here. He just needs to drone up, get his gold mining, continue with Baneling, Zergling, Muta, and then switch into adding Infestors. His upgrades are really playing a role now as he's up at 1-1. Should probably focus on getting 2-2 now and continuing with the original plan of getting upgraded Zerglings. And take a look at the supplies. 107 for AhhBoxxah, and MasterAsia for the first time ahead at 121. I really think he should just continue spreading the creep, possibly even invest in another queen so that he can really spread it around the middle, give himself that mobility on the Banelings, and just look to crush these forces again and again. We can see AhhBoxxah has no plans of expanding. He's just going to try to end it with this 2-base mid-game attack again and again and again.
Yeah, and you know what? I think it worked last game because he already made an impact on the economy, but this game is going to be much tougher. Here come the Banelings rolling in. As you can see, they're trying to get, those Marines are trying to get out of there very, very quickly. All of these units forced to retreat back because of those siege tanks up there, and they're going to continue to kind of move forward. He will actually split his forces here a little bit, send the mutas one way, and hopefully he's going to go in and start harassing with those. I think that that would totally put this army out of placement, but here we go. Might have another push over here. They are going to see just the corner of that army, and here comes, oh no, Mutalisk totally out of position, run right in those Marines, and that is huge, huge losses for the Zergs right there. So many mutas going down, and here will come the counterattack.
And looks like AhhBoxxah is going to feel comfortable taking out these destructible rocks, taking the gold base. And looks like he's going to get baited into the Banelings, moving in, but there's no creep there. Doing a very nice job of baiting him into the siege tanks. Banelings forced to take out the siege tanks, taking out a lot of Marines, but looks like AhhBoxxah getting the benefit of this. Up at 123 supply, MasterAsia way down at 91. Really got just baited. That's the only way I can explain it, into the siege tanks, and siege tanks crush Zerglings and Banelings. You really got to force the Terran to push forward and hit them at that moment where they're sieging their tanks, or lure them onto the creep. We can see now that the forward creep tumor has been destroyed for MasterAsia. He hasn't got back on creep production, and here we go, just a few Marines and medevacs pushing forward, but a lot of Zerglings and Banelings gonna be able to take out this army. Yes, completely surrounding it, and just a donation there by AhhBoxxah.
It is a donation, however, it might be a distraction as we have a 2 Marine-filled dropships going into the main right now, and they could easily snipe one building, whatever they want to. If they drop in the back of the line, and that's exactly what he's going to do, it looks like they're going to know. What is he going after? I can't even tell what he's trying. He's just
looks like he's going to take the Baneling nest out. That's the thing that was most important to him. Now getting flanked by Zerglings, and actually, wow, medevacs are good, yo. Taking out a lot of Zerglings. The Muta's going to get taken out as well. And looks like these Marines are actually going to survive, and now the entire army of MasterAsia being recalled back to his main base as he's focusing down the spine crawler, just killing a lot of stuff in the main base of MasterAsia. AhhBoxxah is, and looks like it's got cleaned up now, but look at the gold!
Oh my gosh, it's getting attacked over here from the side. If these tanks siege up, this is not going to be good, as right now MasterAsia crumbling under the effects of a multi-pronged attack here, coming out by AhhBoxxah, doing a great job, and he might be able to take this out as he moves all these Banelings in to take out these siege tanks, and there they are, and there's even a few left over. So although some serious damage was done here on this gold, he manages to stay alive. A couple of medevacs will get taken out as well, and I think he thought he might just be able to clean that up. Baneling still moving around, going to take out all these SCVs at the gold. Oh, and a few mules as well. And look at that bounce back. That was actually a crazy drop coming out by AhhBoxxah. But I feel at this point you've got to really kind of be moving away from just like, I'm just going to win this with Marines. I'm just going to keep going. You know, that's kind of what he's doing here. supply blocking, no, not quite, but working on the overlords, taking out another queen. Just great timing here, but look at this army that's ready for MasterAsia.
Wow. He just took out that gold and loaded up immediately. He's like, see ya, and just flies out. And looks like the Zerglings are going to move in, but no Baneling support. It's really far behind. Mutas coming in late. The Zerglings just melting, and now the Banelings are going to be useless with no support. Taking out a few Marines, but a nice spread there. Taking out a lot of the Terran army, but looks like Terran secures the gold yet again. Mutalisk forced to flee, and MasterAsia has the 3 o'clock base now, but no gold to speak of. Transferring over a few drones, but let's look at that income tab. Actually, Zerg doing well here. I'm surprised, despite Terran was in the transfer, and there we go. Now with the mules dropping out the gold, we're going to see a peak on that that Terran. Oh, and the Medevac's getting taken out by Mutalisk, but they actually drop while flying and take out all the Mutalisk getting taken out. That's going to donate so much map control back to AhhBoxxah. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I mean, those are just super expensive units too to watch.
And a drop actually at 3 o'clock completely destroyed that base and all the drones too. Everything is just crumbling for MasterAsia.
Yeah, AhhBoxxah, thanks for catching that. I was actually just crying over those Mutalisks that were lost there almost instantly. But right now, AhhBoxxah just doing a phenomenal job working all around the map. Here he's pushing forward yet again. Oh, he's going to take out the second Baneling nest. And if he gets this, it's going to be bad news. Look at those creep tumors just dying like crazy. There goes the Baneling nest. And there's not much forward offense here from MasterAsia. He's got a few lings around. Here comes another group making their way out, but he's got he lost that wing base over here. And in the meanwhile, you've just got this growing army here by AhhBoxxah and his nice Marines that he's got going on here. So he's going to move down. Oh my gosh, he might be going all the way through the back. There are a few drones over here. No, he was just checking on the third. He sees that it's not there, and he will just back off. This is what I like, because you had mentioned about the all-in chill and how important it is to just make sure that you're going to guarantee yourself a win, and I feel that's exactly what AhhBoxxah did, even though at this moment he could just rage in and end the game.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being safe. You have a lot of weaker players saying, why isn't he just killing him? Well, because he wants to be sure. Why would you be 98% sure when you can be 100% sure? And that's what AhhBoxxah is doing here by delaying the attack from MasterAsia, baiting him in yet again, just getting donations yet again in the form of Mutalisks and Zerglings. And look at the army of MasterAsia, and you can't look at it because it's non-existent. It's about 16 Zerglings and 5 Mutas, and there's the GG. Just textbook Marine, tank, medevac play by AhhBoxxah. I really like how he's modeled his TVZ after the Korean style, and it pays off. He won that game, took control of it, and didn't give much chance to MasterAsia in that series.
And that means that our next matchup is going to be AhhBoxxah taking on Optic Zero. It will be a TVP. As I gotta write this down here. Keep good notes. I actually.
There will be a test.
Yes, there will be a test later on. And you were in the future again, dude. You said GG before I saw it like a split second, man. So just get out of the DeLorean and slow it down a little bit, chill. AhhBoxxah versus Optic Zero will be the grand final matchup that we will be going to here shortly. Now, I believe that I have final replays now, so we may not be doing the third, fourth place match, but we do have the final replays. So since there's 5 of them, that of course will take me even longer to load it up. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick 5-minute break. Congratulations to AhhBoxxah for moving on. Our finals now, AhhBoxxah versus Optic Zero for the BattleDex Team Liquid StarCraft 2 Open. Will the Marine play work as well versus the shielded Protoss army? And of course, one of the favored units of the Protoss, the Colossus. It'll be interesting to see how he can mix things up. When we come back, chill, we'll jump right into the grand finals of the BattleDex Team Liquid StarCraft 2 Open for the North American BattleNet server. I'm DJ Wheat. Joining me is Chill, and we'll be back with more after this.